Right, there we go. You're back in your spot now. Welcome back. Good evening. I am yet again very tired. I don't know why I always leave this until the last minute, but I suppose it makes the title a bit more honest. It is absolutely evening every time I've done this. So I suppose it's a coffin of my own making, a grave of my own digging, a punishment of my own deserving. Let's see, where can we start off? It's a wonderful Sunday. I actually made myself do one or two things, including laundry and calling my dad again, saying hello, trying to talk to people, trying to do something better than just sitting on my butt. But don't be fooled. That was what most of my day was. As you can tell by the title, firstly, I tried some actual ice cream. Now that I have some lactose pills over here, tried actual ice cream for the first time in so long. Oh my goodness, it was so good. It was Cinnabon cinnamon ice cream with little bits of like dough in it. That was fantastic. I feel like you're still not positioned quite right. Maybe I'm just sitting too far down. Strange. I feel like I'm usually more over here. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. Anyway, cinnamon ice cream, absolutely fantastic. So nice to be having a different flavor other than cookies and cream. I don't eat ice cream all that often. It's once every couple of weeks, but it's nice to break up the monotony a little bit of what I eat. I've been watching more Top Gear, as I mentioned, I believe in a previous episode, and as you can see from the second part of this title, it's kind of fun to see all of the old little cars that they thought were so impressive at the time, the little French hatchbacks and things that now they just hate, they despise because they're tiny and powerless. But in these old episodes, they just think they are the bomb because at the time it was actually quite impressive. I mean, one of these little cars, I think it was actually a Renault, but it might have been a Citroën. That's how you pronounce that name as far as I'm aware, Citroën. But, I mean, who knows? French probably pronounce it different. They're French. There was a car on here with 182 horsepower, and they were like, what? The Ford Focus, they kept saying it was so crazily powerful because it had 212 horsepower, which is too much for a front-wheel drive car, but that could be a topic for an entire another discussion. But seeing as this title is kind of just me scrapping together two aspects of the only thing I've done today, which is eat ice cream and watch TV, figured I might as well tell a little bit of a story. I'm not sure what to tell. Let's think here. Well, I can always talk about cars, but that would probably take a little too long. Gracious, I don't think I have a good story for you guys. I don't have anything prepared. I can talk a little bit about something not super interesting, but partly the reason why I like older technology. This right here is Google Pixel 5. It's my new phone. I enjoy it, kind of, but it doesn't have as many things that I would like for it to have in terms of little extras as my first phone did. My first phone was a 2014 Motorola Droid Turbo. Loved that thing. It had a lot of little kind of gimmicks to it. If I went like this, that would turn on the camera. Or no, that would turn on the flashlight on the front. If I went like this, that would turn on the camera. And I just liked little gimmicks like that. I felt like the interface was a lot better to use just because it had I think it had little buttons down here. It's been so long since I've used it, I can't even remember. But unfortunately, that phone just quit on me. It got too old. I had a Pixel 3 in between the Motorola and this Google here, but that shattered after like 2 weeks of me using it. So I've never been all that good at phones, but it's created a love for older technology in me, and it's partly the reason why I still have stuff like this, old 3DS, and partly the reason why I still wish I had kept my old 2DS. I actually sold my 2DS for $10 to buy my first car. And when I bought my first car for $2,850. And I had 51 cents left in my bank account. 51, 53, 54. I can't quite remember. I think it might have been 54. but I'm going to go with 51 for now, just for the sake of me already having said that. But when I bought my first car, I had no money left in my bank account, so everything that I had sold up to that point, I felt a little bit better about it because, you know, I needed to. If I'd have eaten one Snickers bar before going to that place to buy that car, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. So cut that one a little close. Then, of course, after about 2 months, it exploded. So that was a good use of my money. And about 2 years later, still haven't found a mechanic willing to work on it. So if you are somewhere in America, literally anywhere in America, at all in America, and you know somebody who will work on a Nissan from 1988, let me know, because I am willing to pay through the nose to get this thing fixed. I've been through 4 pages of Google and so many different mechanics shops. Oh, I just want it fixed. My first car was a 1988, well, my first car I bought, so I count it as my first car, was a 1988 Nissan Pulsar with a replaced engine. That, I thought, would bring great reliability. Turns out, that engine was complete garbage and running on no compression since the day I bought it. And I drove it as if it was going to be a strong running engine, meaning I beat on it. I learned how to drive manual on that car. I gunned it everywhere on little back roads on that car. I wrung the rings off of that thing. And I mean, even after it blew up, I still drove it. I drove it to school for like 3 weeks on a blown head gasket. Now, if you don't know what cars really are about, and you don't know what a blown head gasket is, just know that that essentially totals the engine. If you don't have a shop around you that can replace that, your car is gone. Just goodbye. An engine needs 3 things in order to go. It needs air, fuel, spark. That makes the explosion, yes. But you also need compression, because if that explosion is just going out into the atmosphere, then you're not getting any thrust on the pistons inside of it from it. So while you do only need fuel, spark, and air, and it was getting all of those things, once it has exploded, the explosion was not going like this. It's going like that. You don't want that. So car was absolutely just ruined, and I was still driving it. In fact, to this day, if you put the key in that car and go, starts right up. On 3 cylinders, mind you, and it is a 4-cylinder car. Still starts up, though. It still wants to live, and I want it to live. So, hey, Internet, help me out. Find me a Nissan mechanic, please. Oh, jeez. But, yeah. If it wasn't for my love of old technology, maybe I wouldn't miss that 2DS so much. Maybe I wouldn't have bought a crappy old Nissan instead of something intelligent, reliable. Maybe I would have saved my money. But, oh well. I like old technology. That's just what I'm going to have to live with. Luckily, my computer setup isn't too much old technology. It's pretty new, actually. Especially this camera I'm talking into. Despite the audio quality, it's pretty new. You'd think it would be better, but beggars can't be choosers. As I've said, I am absolutely a beggar. We have, what day is it? What day is it here? It's the 7th. 11 days, and I got that microphone. Oh, it's going to be such a day, I swear. I can finally tell all my friends and family about this channel. Say, hey, here's some updates. If you want me to say hello to you, hello. For the sake of when I can finally do that, I assume my mother or my sisters might watch through some of these old episodes. Shout out to Mom. Shout out to the oldest sister, youngest sister, and the one even in between. I'll keep your names out of it for now. I'm sure you don't want to be tied in with anyone called Overlord Pop-Tart on the internet. I don't even know why I'm concealing my name like that, but I don't know. Internet security, I guess. Probably going to get easily thrown out the second I play any kind of co-op game with someone and they just say my name and I'm not willing to blur it out or bleep it out. So, don't really know how I'm up keeping it, but I guess it kind of establishes some kind of online presence. Who knows? We'll see. I don't have much else to be talking to you about, and to be honest, I've only been blabbing for the last 10 minutes, so I should probably let you guys get along with your day. whatever time it is there for you, whether it be a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever applies for you, I hope it's good. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end of the video. I know it wasn't very entertaining. I realized today that I need to be doing more different stuff to keep you guys getting different content, not just looking at me and pity watching my videos. So I'll try to do more interesting things, but I mean, you know full well in life that you just got some boring days. Not every day is exciting. So I try to find the most exciting part of my day and do something at the very least. Try something new. Never had cinnamon ice cream. As mundane as it may be, if you live a long time, you got a lot of days on this earth. A lot of days. And there's a lot of ways to make a day exciting. So whatever happens in your day, be grateful for it, because it's yet another way that you can learn from something and experience something new. I learned I really like cinnamon ice cream. Glad I experienced that. Alrighty. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you again for watching all the way to the end, even in my little end of credits rant there. Thank you all. Stay frosty.